Ding. Okay. I might get a bunch of dings coming in. Let's see. I'm live. Sorry if I'm breathing a bit hard. I've discovered that pregnancy makes you breathe a lot harder. Like your heart rate goes up like nothing. Like it doesn't take much. I sound like I don't move at all, which to be fair. But like I go up the stairs and I'm like like it takes nothing for me to get there, and then like it takes me forever to come back down. Apparently your pulse can go up like that, like nothing when you're pregnant. So your pulse goes up, your heart rate goes up, just everything, which isn't great because like literally every time I go in for my checkup so for sure 100% my doctor's office runs on like happy pills, I swear. But they don't want to tell me that anything's wrong unless they're 100% something is wrong. So they're always very, very happy, which I totally understand. But because I've identified this, I don't trust any of them. So they're like, oh, everything's fine. I'm like, no, it's not. But yeah, the last couple of times she comes in and she takes my blood pressure, and then she's like, your blood pressure sure likes to be on the edge. And I'm like, that's a bad thing. Like, is it on the edge or is it over the edge? And you're lying to me. She'll be like, everything's fine. And then she'll leave. And then like, sure enough, 15-20 minutes later, she'll come back and she'll be like, we're going to take it one more time just to be sure. And I'm like, uh-huh. And she takes it and sure enough, I'm fine. But yeah, like it just, it goes crazy. Also, really just a very interesting experience. I'm looking for my emulators. Thank you. Before the live stream, I was having a minor breakdown. Very emotional. Oh wait, here we go. Boot full, please, for reasons. Oh wait. I actually need to, set up the capture because it's never going to capture the right window. Legit ever. There we go. Epic Scottish Man. Hello. Welcome, welcome. I have been it was very sudden too. Like the weird emotions that I've had today. It's just very sudden. Very sudden. Whatever changes I did last time seemed to be okay. I haven't had a chance to fiddle with this today, so here's hoping. I don't know what'll happen. Oh, I didn't read what he said, but I'm sure it's fine. Hey Jack, where are we going? I think we're going up here. We must be going to the meeting room, surely. It's our second. Yeah. I should explore a tiny bit because we're not, well, I should explore a tiny bit. Hey, we found Ridley's room, including a Cheshire Cat pillow. I knew I loved her for a reason. No way that's her parents. Is that supposed to be Lord Jasnay? You telling me he didn't always look the way that he looks right now? Jasnay. You go. Dang, Jasnay. I love how I just came into Ridley's room. Also, that opulence. Oh, hey, I found a shop. I'll sign up for that. Oh. Or not. It's not really all that much. Hi, God King R. Welcome. Welcome. I was talking a little bit ago. Being pregnant has really just exacerbated some, like, my breathing issues. I can see why they say that COVID is dangerous for pregnant women, because your heart rate is like just a madhouse as a pregnant woman. Like, I literally go up the stairs and my heart rate's like, oh, hello, yes, would you like to be tired? Because you are now. You feel like you ran a freaking, you know, race. Where am I? We haven't seen all that there is to see in this castle, but frankly, it's fine. I'll survive. I should have looked for the Radiata Stories game guide that I have. I really should have. Well, this isn't where I want. This is not where I wanted to be. Where am I? And here I thought I was going the right way. What kind of baloney is this? Okay, so clearly not. Hello? Is this where the meeting room is? Well, it is. I think maybe I woke up too early. But yeah, I literally go up the stairs and it's like nothing. Like I'm wheezing, I'm like out of breath. I can wake up on a dime. Like, I don't know. It's so weird. I will say though, like, today I had a very weird, unusual amount of emotions that just suddenly happened. And I mean, they make sense. Like, I know where they stemmed from, because we just found out. Should I sleep? I don't think there's anything to do. I think oops. Creating blood for 2. Yeah, exactly. That's exactly it. But yeah, they opened up the vaccine for everybody in our state. So I can officially, both me and my husband, we can get the vaccine, which is great. And I have talked to my OBGYN about it, and I thought I was pretty set on that, and I was like, yep, I'm gonna get that vaccine. And very suddenly my brain was like,
Master Jack, are you here?
oh god.
Yeah, hello. I'm right here.
I don't know.
Emergency summons has been issued to the
I'll tell you in a second.
Please be at the meeting room in 30 minutes.
Emergency summons? Too cool. That sounds like real night work. I'm on my way.
And do try not to get lost on the way, all right?
Al, you worry too much. How am I gonna get lost inside the castle?
Oh god. We were just there, Jack. How could you get lost? He's late.
What were they thinking when they made this castle so blinking huge?
Poor Jack.
Good morning, Captain. Sorry about the wait.
Good grief. Would it kill you to be on time?
What was that?
Now, Jack. Take a seat, please.
I'll tell you guys in a second, but
Sir.
basically my brain was just like bringing up pictures of his ultrasound, and then was like, what if you never saw that again? And
We're to deliver a royal message to the
there
planet.
went that.
This is a very important assignment. It is part of the Non-Human Friendship and Trade Initiative.
Ooh.
Lord Chamberlain Jasna has been working very hard on this project. Much rests on the outcome of our mission. Failure is not an option. This will be one blood-tingling, rip-roaring adventure.
Oh boy. Sure
The
will.
Light Elves hate humans. There's no race more suspicious of us than them.
And probably for good
Humans have
reason.
never been allowed inside the City of Flowers where the elves live.
You are perfectly correct. That is why we will be bringing a specialist with us.
Oh boy.
A specialist? Who?
Another crazy.
Master Genius of the Verith Magic Institute.
His name is
He's a
Genius.
brilliant young man. He apparently became a professor there when he was only 15.
Oh boy.
Okay.
So he
But where
changed his name is what we're saying.
We will meet Master Genius at our destination. He's there conducting research. His home isn't far from the Light Elf village. We leave first thing tomorrow morning from Foghorn Gate.
Yes, sir.
Okay, sir.
Try not to be late, Kay.
You either, Kay.
Jack. Morgans. His first brigade and nobody likes each other. Bless them. Bless all of them.
Hello, Captain. Good morning. I'm right on time.
Morning, Jack. Nice to see you all fired up as usual.
Check it out, Ridley. I got here right on time.
So, don't make a big deal out of being normal.
Excuse me. I was here before you.
Yeah, by like seconds.
What's your point?
All right, you two. Are we ready? Let's
Well,
go,
okay.
shall we?
So the main reason that I want to get it while I'm pregnant is because of some bigger risks that I'm concerned about. Infants can catch COVID, and if they do catch COVID, they are hooked up to ventilators and basically stuck in NICU for over months, basically. So that's one of the main reasons why I am considering getting it while I'm pregnant. And also, even if I did get it after I was pregnant, if there was anything to pass on to the baby, I would still pass it on through breast milk, which I do intend on trying to do, and I have multiple ideas on how to do it. But basically, yeah, like, the idea is just, I'm afraid, and I'm also afraid too, because this is something that has happened and continues to happen. Women who go to the hospital to give birth somehow come in contact with COVID, and they are COVID positive while giving birth. And if you're COVID positive, they will not let you hold your baby after you give birth, which would just, like, I'm already getting emotional just thinking about it. Like, oh my God, I can't. So those are the really big main reasons why I have been considering getting the vaccination while pregnant, which is a very hot topic. I'm definitely dating this VOD, like, you know, as if people needed to hear this at the beginning of a Radiata Stories video. But yeah, just stuff that I'm thinking about, you know. I think this looks like it's a bit loud. Hang on, let me smudge that down just a teensy. Where'd it go? What just happened? What? I did not. Okay, wait. No, it still shows it. It's still, I don't understand what just happened. What? Oh, there it is. All right, y'all, you need to know what I clicked to fix the volume, clicked back to the game, and apparently smacked that, like, minimize button perfectly. And when you apparently minimize this game for PCSX, or when you minimize this for PCSX2, it just disappears. So I was like, did I close it? That was very confusing. Like, for all intents and purposes, like, this legit just, like, ended. I was like, did I hit the X button? I mean, I almost did, that's for sure. Ooh. Oh, somebody's using his max. Oh my God, that face. Oh my God, Gans. I love him to pieces. Get wrecked. What? He used all of our specials. He used my special. Because I had max and now I have none. Gans. That was mine. Rude. I have to watch my health, by the way, because we don't have a healer this time. I don't know what they were talking about with Clive saying that, you know, he was useless because he healed. Whew. But yeah, so there's a lot to be concerned about. If I really wanted to risk it, I could say no until the baby's born, and then that way, what they're thinking is, that tree is important, by the way, all the way up there at the top of the hill. I think there's something up there. They're also saying that I could pass those, oh, whoops. What was I going to say? They're saying, what was I going to say? Well, oh my God. Hey, guys. Help. Oh my God. Jeez. Oh my God. All right. I need to use an item. Hang on. So, okay, there's a lot of variables to consider, because ultimately The risk of me getting COVID is the biggest risk of all. Most of these locations are appointment only, so they're not going to be crowded because they're not going to have multiple people queued up for the same appointment. So I would set up basically a time. I would go in and hope, as far as I understand it, I would be separated from people. And then they basically would watch me for 40 minutes after I get the vaccine to make sure that I'm okay. Now, here's the other thing. If I got COVID while pregnant, the potential risk of having COVID while pregnant is higher than the known risks for the vaccine, which isn't saying much because we don't know anything about how the vaccine will affect pregnant women because they didn't do any tests. Oh, geez. I'm gonna change his pattern around. But yeah, it's like damned if you do, damned if you don't. That's where I'm at. Like, it is a rock and a hard place. It is more dangerous while pregnant, and it's definitely more dangerous for the baby if the baby gets COVID. So it's like, it's literally damned if you do, damned if you don't. Like, do I risk getting the vaccine? Do I risk going in and getting the vaccine? So far, I've been okay. Like, I haven't had COVID at all. I've been just out of necessity and didn't stay long. We went to a mall recently, and I gotta tell you, that was an experience because no one in that mall was, like, maybe 50% of people were wearing masks. So we got the hell out of Dodge pretty fast. But I carry hand sanitizer with me constantly. I don't touch my face. I still wash my hands with, you know, soap after we get home, the whole 9 yards. So I've been very, very careful. I haven't, you know, and I still go shopping for my own groceries because as much as I love hand delivery, it do be a little pricey. But yeah, so it's been a combination of things, and I know I've been very lucky to, you know, I really don't. I'm kind of thinking of just doing this. With 4, it's just so weird to not have a full stack. There's about 400 in the room. Hey, could you come here, please? I would appreciate actually being able to attack you. No? Alright, well, whatever. I'll have to see. I've been in some definitely crowded situations. Trying. Oh, you've got to be kidding. What is this Garbaggio? Come on. There we go. Stupid bat. Oh, you're kidding. You had a heal and this was when you used it? The bat's just living its own life. It really is. It wanted nothing to do with me. It was like, nah, I'm good. You want to fight? I'm good. I don't. Okay, there was nothing up here. I grinded. That's all. We got some experience points. It's cool. It wasn't totally useless. Why is everything coming after me? I think this was a smart idea. Oh yeah, this is... I think overall, because it's constant attack, it does more damage than the other one. It's definitely something that's like weighing heavy on my mind, because it's like... it's damned if you do, damned if you don't. Oh, I was gonna leave. I mean, I could go kick the rock. I could go see if the rock gives me anything. Also, so the big decision in this game, there is my favorite character. At least he was my favorite character in this when I was younger. And he was a little more, you know, my age group. I saw a picture of him recently and I was like, woo! My tastes have definitely changed. But yeah, we do live in a relatively rural area, so we probably wouldn't have quite as many people there. Probably. Oh, hey, I actually level up faster than Gans now. That's hysterical. Kick the rock. Celestial Nectar. I'll take it. I don't know what that thing is. I don't know if I want to fight it. Hey, no. You got... You wanted me coming back. I could arrange a home birth, but I don't want to. And I can't arrange a home vaccine. I don't believe they're doing that. A home birth is something that some women do, but I specifically want access to a hospital. And that's not saying that women who do home births are doing the wrong thing. I'm just a horribly paranoid human being, and I like hospitals. I know I'm a freak. Most people don't like hospitals, but I love them. Which is weird. When I was little, I like practically grew up in a hospital because I just was very sickly, and I had a very paranoid I forgot the word for children's doctor, but Dr. Olson. She was horribly paranoid about everything to do with me, and I was constantly in the hospital, constantly. I have so many memories of having tubes shoved up my nose. I think I have this one memory of just looking at my mom really sadly and going, "Are we going to the hospital?" But usually after going to the hospital, like it was like a good time. Like after all of the horrible things. No, I'm talking about well, I haven't given any I haven't given any spoilers, so we'll call it the Ridley choice. But yeah, so oh, for heaven's sake. You want to do that again, Gans? What was I talking about? Ah, heckles. I already forgot. Oh, yeah. I feel comfortable in hospitals. Like, I trust them. I turned out alright. I practically grew up in them. But, yeah, when my grandfather died, like, we would eat hospital food, and everybody, all of my family was so uncomfortable at the hospital, except for me. This was a long time ago. Jack, that's a fort. Oh boy. Remember this place? I love this game.
I've never heard of it.
Yes, very famous indeed. This castle was built over 100 years ago. It's one of the historical remains from the great human
Yeah, it's by age group and vulnerability. Although we just hit phase 4.
here today to keep watch over the movements of the elves.
Of course.
No way. I've never heard any of that before.
I love this game.
Ignorance is bliss, huh?
Jack. So basically what we've got is this fort, which is currently run by the humans, and I believe is a last remnant of the battle between humans and elves.
Patrol brigade, we bear a royal message.
I'll explain the phases in just a second. In the US, a lot of states implemented a phase function or functionality. And basically, there are 4 different phases.
How long do we have to keep this?
Natalie,
Until Lord Jasmine is assured of their safety.
please.
We have our own
He's never going to be assured.
much sense. Knights guarding other knights.
No, it doesn't, Leonard. I agree.
Complaining about it, Leonard. Orders are orders. You know how it is. Fathers hate to see their little girls grow up and strike off on their own. It's only natural.
She would be, Ridley would be so mad if she found out.
Seeing him dote on his daughter. I mean, the way he protects her so. Don't you think he's wonderful? Sweet Jasmine.
What a time for the game to lag.
Hey, when did those ladies work?
She's into Lord Jasne. She's into Lord Jasne. I forgot about that. Ah! Why? Anyways, so in the U.S., a lot of states included mine, implemented a phase functionality. Basically, each phase affects different. If I remember, these guys are kind of hard. So, each phase affects a different. A different, I guess, demograph by need and by age. So they started off with those who were the most adversely affected and those who were frontline workers. No. Oh, God. Take it. There we go. Oh, God. Okay. Oops. Alright, that was my fault. So, phase 4 is effectively, for my state... Jesus! Oh my God! It is the last phase for this state. Come on, come on, come on. Oh, that got so close. Oh my God. Woo, yeah. They were doing, yeah, age groups and need basically is what was deciding each phase. So phase 4 means everybody is basically what we're at. So they enacted phase 3 last month and then phase 4 this month because I think they're technically they're looking at a percentage that makes sense to open it up to everybody is what that comes down to. I'm only like 50% sure of what I just said, but I think I got the point across. Like, I'm trying to focus and think at the same time, which clearly I cannot do. My brain just couldn't. Oh, God. Dang wolves. It's cool. It's training. We're training Gans to learn how to friggin' heal. Everything in this game, by the way, matters, which I adore. Like, down to the other people who were at the tryouts, we're gonna see all of them again. Everything they talk about is important. There's no, like, there's no fluff. There's no random stuff that never comes back. I love it. This game is so great. Which you would think, like, obviously everything's important. But no. So many things have like story and content that doesn't actually matter. Elf region, Quator region. So we're moving into the elf region. So we have dark elves in this world and we have light elves, and the light elves are the ones who are extremely suspicious of humans. Which, I mean, let's face it, they probably have a reason. Alright, I'm tempted to skip some of these because they are nasty until we get him. So, there we go. There's Genius. We just don't call it phases. Ah, okay, I see. You're on 50s and up. We have... It included a whole lot of basic age groups and mostly was based around those who needed it most. So, like, a lot of first responders and stuff were in phase 1.
Hello, Master Genius. Oh, shut up.
Sounds like someone who became a professor at 15.
Finding the complete solution to the non-human biophilic element resonance accumulation principle.
Yes, that.
Then you had to interrupt and shatter my concentration.
I'm gonna raise it a little bit.
I see. Yes, well, I'm very sorry. I'm sure.
This guy's kind of weird.
Everybody you deal with
Kind of
is.
weird. He's completely cuckoo.
Ridley.
Never mind. So, you must be the Radiata Knights who want to deliver the royal message.
Of course.
Right, I'm Captain Gans Rothschild, and these two are...
Ridley Silverlake.
And I'm Jack. Nice to meet you.
Just Jack. She's like, Ridley Silverlake.
I am Genius Vice Hunter. I have only one request to make.
His name is Genius.
Don't interfere with my research ever. There's a chance we can enter the Elf City, the City of Flowers. That is the
Love
only
that name.
reason I have agreed to offer my assistance. Well, shall we?
Shall we what?
I presume you want to leave immediately?
Yes.
I
of
forgot. Oh
course.
no, the window is closed.
Good.
I'm
We
just
can
getting
talk as
hit
we
by
go
like
along.
one spot right here.
You and I, the value of our time is measured quite differently. I cannot allow my time to be wasted.
Oh, Genius.
For
You need to
every
stop and
minute
smell
that
the
I'm not
flowers.
Working, humankind's progress is set back 2 weeks.
Oh, for heaven's sake. We're
Ah,
fine
is that
without
right?
you.
Yes, that is right. I'm a genius, you see.
I'm a genius, you see. Oh, yeah, I didn't pick up on that from your name. Genius. That almost sounded like an insult. But it wasn't, because I was just saying his name. Everyone in this game is so great. They're so memorable. You know, if we all attacked the same thing, maybe we would kill these things a lot faster. I bet. I'm just saying, you know. An indoor suntan. I might. It's literally, okay, I don't know how to explain this. It is a tiny little space in the blinds where the string is. That's what's hitting me in the face. And it's like hitting me in the eyes. And I'm like, I literally can't escape it. This morning, we ripped the, well, I shouldn't say ripped, but we were de-weeding our front lawn. I decided, okay, so long story. Recently, we moved to a different state, which is very different from Los Angeles, I have to say. And that matters because I really didn't know what to do about lawns here because they're just different in general. In Los Angeles, grass never dies because it's the land of eternal summer. Here, it's not. We have seasons, and I'm like, well, I don't know what that means. So, everyone started getting this blue stuff on their lawn, and I was like, what is the blue stuff, and why is everybody getting it? Does that mean I need to get it? Clearly, it means I need to get it, right? Dang it, I missed. And so, oh boy, I just remembered we might be in a little bit of trouble, and I might need to start avoiding these frogs because I remember this. Poison sucks in this game. Mostly because between here and where we need to get to, there is no shops. So what I have is just what I have. What was I saying? Oh yeah. So anyways, everybody was putting this blue stuff on their lawns. Well, it turns out that's pre-emergent. And what pre-emergent does is literally just kill weeds. Now, at first I was like, maybe we should get the pre-emergent because that's what everybody else is doing. But then the more I thought about it, the more I realized that pre-emergent is just chemicals. And also, it's designed basically so that you don't have to do any work, but the downside is you're putting, I still don't know, to be fair, the farming games do most of the work for me. But yeah, so, the pre-emergent is like, basically you have to get stuff every month for an entire year. Sometimes multiple times a month, maybe skips a month. It's a year-long process, and I realize that means you have to put chemicals on your lawn for an entire year, almost every month, practically. And I was like, well, this is dumb. Because, look, I'm gonna be getting a son, right? And if there's one thing children like doing is putting things in their mouths. So I was like, I'm not putting any chemicals on my lawn. I have cousins who came recently, little ones, watched them stick things in their mouths off the ground, off the grass, and I was like, cool, not buying that. Oh yes, of course.
You're joking, right? That's the gateway?
Geniuses don't lie.
Oh yes, of
What were you
course.
expecting the entrance to look like exactly?
Well, I mean, it's the city of flowers, right? I figured it'd be more colorful or something.
Never mind. We're wasting time.
I guess it being hidden like this is why no one's ever gotten in before.
There you go,
Yes,
Ridley.
and if anyone does find the entrance, they have to deal with them.
Here they come, the light elves.
Halt!
You can't come in! Buzz off!
Listen, it's very important that you let us in.
You again?
Persistent twerp, do you want to get hurt?
You make us mad, you're gonna be sad.
Scary! Elves are way scary!
Oh God.
Jack, please stop that. We have come
Freaking
bearing a
Jack.
very important message from the kingdom of Radiata. Please, is there any way that we might speak to your leader?
Shut up! Go home!
Oh boy.
If you're still here when we get back, you're dead.
Well, I take that as a no.
Come on, Captain. Let's go in anyway.
Oh my lord.
Stop, you fool! If we do that, we'll never be able to deliver the message. Believe me, they will kill you. Those two weren't joking, you know.
Really? Wow. The elves are really scary.
There's nothing we can do. We'll have to withdraw.
Well, that didn't work. Weed killer, hand shovel.
How come
Well, weed killer is still usually chemicals, so mostly what we just did was use a tool.
To think hard and come
And
up
we
with
just ripped
another
it
way
out.
to get inside.
So far, though, I've been doing all right. Because I did do one half of the field, and then it hasn't come back in that half of the field. So I feel pretty good about myself right now. My brother is texting me. Why?
Dark Elf Village. They can act
Oops.
as mediators in the negotiations.
Mediators? But they're elves too. Surely we'll just be driven away again.
The Dark Elves are far less hostile than the Light Elves. I know
Oops.
their elder, Lord Nogueira, quite well. I've asked him many times to intercede and let me into the City of Flowers. He has always refused, but this time I have more than just a personal reason to offer. A royal message cannot be dismissed lightly. It'll be very difficult for him to turn us down. And then, at last, I will be inside the City of Flowers.
No wonder they haven't let him in. Oh, it's our front lawn, so it's decent. The backyard is actually the big problem, but I'm not too worried about it.
I wouldn't want to hang out with the guy.
Right, follow me, everyone.
Oh, and he's, oh god. Oh, this is funny.
Why aren't you following me?
Genius.
Well, the captain hasn't moved.
Knights have to wait for their captain's orders. We can't just run off whenever we want.
Look at God,
That's
Jack.
right. I am the captain. Only I can issue orders to the brigade. Master Genius, please take us to the village of the Dark Elves.
Oh my gosh.
What is this? Are you giving me orders?
Yes.
No matter how much of a genius you may be, you are for the present under my command. If that is unacceptable, then we must part ways.
Gans.
Fine, fine. We want the same thing, I suppose.
Wow.
Excellent. Now, if you care to lead the way.
Oh my gosh. Get a cow. That would work for the backyard probably, but not so much the, oh god, I'm gonna skip some of these. We really don't need to. Oh no. Oh. Okay, I messed that up. Sometimes it's hard to tell where they are, and I thought it was on the right. Okay, so right, okay. So we were de-weeding this morning, which, to be fair, I have a really good tool. I'm actually quite pleased with how it's with how it works, because it's super fast. I don't like this guy. No one likes Genius. He's a jerk. To be fair, he's on the right side, but still, he's a jerk. He's a gigantic butthole, but man, that was Gans's shining moment.
Captain, you know, you're actually kind of cool back there.
Well, Jack, being entrusted with a brigade is a serious responsibility. A leader must be prepared to put his foot down for the good of the troops.
Aww.
Enforcing rules is a most important duty.
Wow, being a captain is tougher than I thought.
I wouldn't worry about it. It'll be a sunny day in Fog Valley the day you make captain.
Ridley. Oh man. Ridley. But yeah, so it was fun though, and now our front yard is looking a lot better, although we still need to get a lawnmower. We just haven't got one yet. I need to get a lawnmower. I did just get an it's impossible to ditch the wolves. I did get an oscillating sprinkler, because here it's unusual for sprinklers to be in ground. So people don't really do that here in LA, which is weird for me. I got here and I was like, where are the sprinklers? Because in LA, that's just, everyone has sprinklers, which is mostly for regulation purposes, because they want to be able to control how much water you're putting on your lawn for drought purposes, which makes sense. But out here, water isn't a problem. No, no. Oh. Where did that come from? I'm ambushed. Great. Okay. Oh no. Alright. Can I just wait for them to come to me? Oh, no, 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 no. Stop that. Stop it. Okay. Alright. You know, I'm just gonna... I'm gonna go over here. What is going on here? Are you guys good on your own? Okay, I lost it. Flowers and plants. Not really. I have some, but they look like they're supposed to be low, what's the word I'm looking for? You don't have to do much for them. One thing I could do if I really wanted to make my grass self-sufficient, I could swap it out for buffalo grass, which I just learned about. And buffalo grass is apparently very like water absorbent. It's also natural to this area, so it's not like an invasive species. And I'm very into this, partly because of the farming thing. And I'm like that lawn crazy person that you see in movies, like the dad who's like super into the lawn. Like I'm actually considered, in the UK only posh people have sprinklers. In LA, if you don't have sprinklers, like I think you have to. I think legally you have to have sprinklers because it regulates how much water you use. You can set timers, which you are supposed to do. And in the posher areas, which I mean that. Ooh, hello. Oh, absolutely. Can I save here? No, I think not. Or maybe I can. I cannot, but it did heal me, so I'll take it. In the more upscale areas, your neighbors will tattle on you if you have your sprinklers on at the wrong time. Because the wrong time, and if you have them on for too long, because for drought reasons, which makes sense. Although my parents have accidentally done it before, where they hadn't fixed their clocks, they put it on at the wrong time, and then their neighbor told on them immediately, even though they've never done that. So, you know, there's a little bit of politics involved with it, but it is what it is. Ow, rude. Foist of all. Get wrecked. But yeah, out here, I have to get above ground sprinklers because that's just not a thing. Like, it's weird to have sprinklers. It's also weird to have sprinklers because lawns aren't really made for it, especially in the neighborhoods that are now a lot more planned, because they plan for flooding, which is a problem that this state deals with. Which is fair. I have 2 experience points till I level up. LA land of the snobs. It really is. It depends on the area, I guess, but there's a lot of snobs in LA, like, no joke. I love that this is just a part of the setting. Like, this is it. This is the bridge. It's just a massive tree. It's huge. Could you imagine? But yeah, this needs to be developed though. Like, come on, guys. This is how we get to this village. Hey, Gantes. So yeah, basically, it's an adventure. I'm learning a lot. My neighbors probably are terrified. They're like, oh no, look at all the dandelions, which technically are not even weeds. Dandelions are classified in the same family as sunflowers, I will have you know. But unfortunately, most folks see them as weeds, so, which is unfortunate because they are actually quite healthy for the earth, and bees like them because they're not weeds, they're flowers. You're fine. Get it. Got it. We're good. I'm good. But yeah, so it's a learning experience. I do actually want to grow some flowers and actually set up like a legitimate garden. Oh, Genius is level 17. Begging your pardon, Genius. But by the way, Gantes, that character's name is legitimately Genius, and you would hate him. Oh no, I don't know which way I'm supposed to go. Can I not? Can we not? Oh, it worked! I think I went the right way. I did! I don't want to fight mosquitoes. This is rude. Okay, got it. Obtained recovery pile. I love this area. I love the Dark Elves. Dark Elves have always been my favorite. I believe this.
There are leaves everywhere.
He's a genius. He became a professor at age 15. and I guess changed his name to Genius.
The land in harmony with nature. They work hard, play hard, and enjoy life to the fullest.
Is that so? That's a life to envy, don't you think?
I love this game. I love this. I love this area. I love this music. I love, yes. I take all of it. Yeah, we were talking about lots of stuff. I was talking about my concerns of, you know, COVID vaccine. We've had a lot. We've had a very deep live stream. What else is new? We don't talk about silly things on this live stream. Granted, autumn anything in any video game is usually my favorite thing, and this is basically the land of eternal autumn. Are you gonna get garden furniture? I would love to. We actually have a playset in our backyard, like a giant jungle gym, which all of my younger cousins and nephews and children, they adore. And we got left that by the previous owners. They asked us, they were like, can we leave this? And I was like, yeah, I'm building a family. I can get vaccinated. Here's the dealio. I think I explained this earlier, but nah. Basically, so there were no tests done, which is hilarious. Oh, the Forest Metropolis isn't that way. Oh, excuse me. There were no tests done. Hang on, I think we're about to enter a cutscene, so I'll say this quickly. There were no tests done during the original trials on pregnant women, which is why it's contested. A lot of people are saying that it is safe for pregnant women to get the vaccine, and the risks for the vaccine are much, 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 much lower than the risks for pregnant women getting COVID, because we are actually at-risk people, pregnant ladies and other identifying pregnant folks. But basically, so it is something that we can get. Some folks are not giving it to pregnant women purely because of moralistic beliefs, which, you know what, I say fair. You know what, that's their right, and I think that's an important right to have, but there are other places that are giving it to pregnant women, so it's like, okay, you know what, no big deal. And I, now here's the, so when I talked to my OBGYN, the way she explained it was, the reason that they believe that there is no inherent risk for the vaccine for pregnant women is because the vaccine does not consist of a live virus. And live viruses are the ones that are dangerous for pregnant women, which is why certain vaccines we can't get. I haven't decided on which one, but neither of them use a live vaccine. None of them use a live virus. So I could pretty much take any of them, and for the exact same reason, they wouldn't be dangerous for me. So there are certain vaccines, like the chickenpox virus, which uses a live virus in order to inoculate you. I can't take that. That will kill me. and also my baby. That one is bad. Also, I'm kind of boned because I've never had chickenpox. So we'll see how that goes with having a child. But I digress. Basically, what it comes down to is, I mean, part of me is still scared knowing this. Like, in theory, it's fine. And I think there are women who have officially given birth, who have the vaccine, who have passed the antibodies onto their baby. So, I mean, it's proving to look good, and we're getting more and more women who are pregnant who are taking the vaccine, and no one is having negative reactions, at least immediately, and the babies are looking good. Granted, we won't really know for a long time if there are any drawbacks to this, which is the other thing. And there has been a past of vaccines that have caused problems later on, and this is a brand new vaccine, and I'm not against vaccines, of course, but, you know, it's always prudent to pay attention to history. So, you know, it's like, damned if you do, damned if you don't. I, of course, am a vaccinated human being, and so shingles isn't your future. It's like, well, I think it's actually the other way around. If I think what it is if you get the chickenpox shot, you have a chance for shingles. If you don't, you have a chance to die as an adult. So my mother at the time, at least that's what it was back then. The vaccines may have changed, but unfortunately that's what it was back then, I think. And so, oh dear. Am I going the right way? I don't think so. Where am Back then my mother made the best decision that she thought. She didn't want to risk shingles later on in my life, so okay, apparently not this way. She decided against the vaccine in that scenario, but I do have other vaccines. So it's just a case by case scenario. Brent has had the vaccine, so if it comes down to it and our child gets chicken pox, it just means that I probably won't be able to be around them. Which is unfortunate and a little scary and upsetting to say the least. 1 second, I'm coming. I have an item that can be used. Boop. I see, I knew it. Oh my god, that was so annoying. Could you not? Death is in your future as well. I know, yeah. It's one of those things. That was her decision to make, and ultimately it was made, you know, from her standpoint, and I can't hold it against her because she made an educated decision based off of what she thought was the worst. Because I guess she's known people who have and have had shingles, and she was like, no, that's not a life I want for my child. So from her experiences, she made the best decision she could make, which is fair. You know what I mean? So just one of those things. But yeah, and that'll be a decision that I have to make, which is fun. I get to make those decisions. And they're never easy. They're always like, well, you either get shingles or you get death. And it's like, yeah, so that's fun. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes. So it's just fun. It's fun. Fun for the family. Literally. I think, oops. I typically, yeah, get it after your pregnancy. Oh no, it could still potentially kill me is the risk. The older you get, the more, oh my god. That's the thing about the vaccine. Am I in an area that I am not supposed to be in? Because I feel like I am taking an inordinate amount of damage. What is this thing and why is it so angry? No, oh god. Why is it so angry? Can we not fight this? There's a shingles vaccine. Okay, so now that may not, I don't know if that was a thing or if that was, okay, hang on. There's all sorts of reasons and logic and, you know, and what have you. The problem with the chickenpox vaccine is it is a live virus. So the way that the chickenpox vaccine works is it gives you chickenpox. So if I take the vaccine, keep holding on. Oh hey, there's a treasure chest over there. I want it. So the vaccine is, I don't know. Could kill me. You know, any way you look at it, it's just one of those things. But yeah, so that's the logic behind the COVID vaccine, is that because it doesn't use a live virus, I should therefore be okay. Sorry. Is this the kick button? That's the kick button. This is the talk button. Just kick the chat. I love it. I just kicked this poor elf.
This is the entrance to the forest metropolis. I'll ask the gatekeeper to let us in.
Oh, genius.
Hello, Mikey.
Hey, genius. Back to see the boss again, huh? You can ask all you want, but they won't let you into the City of Flowers.
Don't be so sure. It'll be hard for Lord Nogueira to refuse me this time.
Oh, I'm so sure.
You really think so? Well, good luck.
I want an anime of this so bad. I want all of the merchandise for this, and I'm pretty sure all of it exists in Japan only, and that crushes me.
Cool. It's like the secret forts we used to build when I was a kid.
Forts?
Aww.
You didn't build forts?
Ridley didn't have a childhood. She was always training to be a knight.
I didn't have time for children's games. I was too busy studying fencing and etiquette. Things that would be useful in the future. Things that would make me a better knight.
Okay, but it doesn't sound like you had much fun.
What would you know about it?
Aw, Ridley. Is this bonding? Is this bonding? Oh, Ridley. It's character growth. Bizarre human being. But yeah, so it's fun. It's lots of circles. I still have to do more research, but I am officially able to get the vaccine, and I can probably talk to even, excuse me, more people. There's a human book about an interesting approach to winemaking. I want to know what's written in that book. I love the Dark Elves.
Hey!
Haven't we met before? Remember? I recall lending you some money. Uh-huh. I'm so sure, chat. Organizing is good. A clean room gives one serenity. Fun, fun, fun for the family. Overall, I do believe in vaccines. I just, you know, life. My parents told me they got the Johnny shot. Ooh, nice. Johnny. Yes, Papa? You don't look like the type to ever become a leader. Such judgment. She's still a kid. She could still build a fort. Not according to her family. She's probably not. They probably are like, there's no such thing as... Well, to be fair, the way that she was raised is very typical for knights. Do you want to try your luck? It's 10 daggles per ticket. The prize is 1,000 daggles. Yeah, sure. Why not? Let me try. I don't even know if I can win this. You lost. Too bad. You were so close. Do you want to buy another? The next one might be a winner. I'm being scammed. I'm being scammed. You lost. Too bad. I was way closer with the first one, kid. Yeah, I'm good. See ya. Win or lose, it's all down to luck. I ain't spending $6,000 worth of stuff. Oh god, I'm sorry. Welcome to my shop. Oh, please. I need a lot of stuff. I'm gonna buy all of that. I don't know if she sells any weapons, but I need those Heelys. Blaze's enemy. The other, okay, so this, I mentioned this earlier, obviously. People watching this VOD are gonna love this. This is the COVID VOD. Thank you. Basically, if I don't take the vaccine, what I risk is my newborn baby getting COVID and having to be hooked up to ventilators at birth for, you know, over a month. There are people who are saying that their babies have been hooked up to ventilators for over 45 days. So, hate that with a passion. And that's been another driving force next to the fact that knowing that a live virus is the main, knowing that you know, it doesn't have a live virus is the main reason why they believe it's safe. And also, obviously, me getting the virus would cause a lot of problems. And if I get the virus and my baby doesn't have the virus, baby gets stuck in NICU for God knows how long until I'm free and I can't hold my baby. And I literally am very emotional today, so if I think too hard on that, I will start crying on stream, so let's not do that. I love this world. Ooh, hello. I would like to save very much. I haven't saved in a while. There's a lot to think about. It's literally like damned if you do, damned if you don't. Like, what do I risk, you know? What do I want to risk? That's what it comes down to. What's the risk I want to take? Do you have an interest in music? If you do, you should consider joining my band. I love them. I love the Dark Elves. We can't always be happy-go-lucky. We gotta be serious. Yeah, that's true. Sometimes it is all about the serious talk. Oh wait, are they gonna start playing? I think they are. I'm in the Dark Elf band. I play the harp. Have you heard a real song before? No, I've only heard fake songs. Alright, here we go. We found Nogueira.
Here.
Genius. How many times must I tell you?
Text
You
him
will
in a bit.
not be allowed in the City of Flowers.
Hey, look at him. He's beautiful.
I'm not here on my own behalf. These people with me have a request.
Oh, hey,
On a
Atru.
very important mission, you
I
see.
love Jack. I love every character in
Is
this.
their mission? They must be able to visit the City of Flowers. Will you at least hear them out, Lord Nogueira?
Very well. But keep it short.
Thank you.
Snap, snap. Genius wastes my time constantly.
Yes, right. It's a pleasure to meet you. My name is...
Never mind all that. Get to the point.
Freaking
The
genius.
Yes, of course, the point. Well, the point is this.
What is that?
It's a message from the kingdom of Radiata.
Genius
to
is a
Dwarf,
genius.
Elder of the Light Elves.
A human sends a message to my brother?
Your brother?
That's right. Lord Nogueira and Lord Zane are brothers.
Ah, I see. That would explain why you look so much like a light elf.
Actually, Lord Nogueira is a light elf.
Yes, of course.
We aren't here to discuss me. Now, are you going to tell me what this letter is about?
Our country seeks peaceful coexistence and the opening of trade routes for our mutual profit. We ardently hope to reach an agreement that will enrich us all.
I'm sure.
Trade, is it? I can assure you that my brother will have none of it.
Oh boy.
Does Lord Zane really despise humans so much?
He has his reasons. There is a long history between elves and humans.
I would just give for a re-release so I could play it on new consoles.
I shall send someone with a message.
Like if I could have this on the PS4,
I am sure they will simply be chased away.
first of all, recording it would be
But
easier.
There may be a chance. Humans are far too obsessed with wealth. There will never be an end to these pleas for trade.
I mean,
It is extremely important that we
He's
get
not
his
wrong.
reaction to these requests of yours.
Thank you, your lordship.
oh my god, genius.
Soon I'll be in the city of flowers.
You sound like an evil villain, genius.
Light elves are back. Wait in the main hall until the messenger returns.
Old consoles, ugh, god. I almost do, but like if there was a second game, I almost wouldn't want anything to do with Jack or have it be kind of like, okay, this is I'm about to compare this to something that has nothing to do with video games, but there's the Song of the Lioness books by Tamora Pierce. The way that like future series weren't following Alana, the lioness. Hang on, I'm explaining this like all of you are gonna know what these books are. The Song of the Lioness is a series of books which are amazing, by the way, especially for young girls. Like, so good. They are very, very powerful and very much like, okay, you're a girl, so what? You can do anything. Which, you know, for young girls can mean a lot. But I digress. Not the point. The first series, Song of the Lioness, follows a character named Alana. The second series, yes. The second series, I don't remember what it's called, is it follows a young girl named Dane. Alana is in the world and she's older and grown up, but it doesn't follow Alana, which, oops, I wanted to talk to Genius. Oh well. Oh cool, I just went into a storeroom, it's fine. But yeah, so I kind of like, I feel like I would like something like that, like a whole new series set in the Radiata world. And then like maybe you come across Jack or you're looking for Jack or something like that. Like, you know what I mean? Like he's all grown up. I would feel so nostalgic if I saw something like that. Like, oh, I would get so emotional. Is the City of Flowers really that interesting? You don't understand, do you? What it means to enter that place. Huh? Genius, please don't get us killed. I swear to Jays. What was so great about that game trailer? Oh, it was just really cool. Like I'm not gonna download the game. I just thought like it was so high quality filming. Like it looked like a music video for like a real band. Like something that would be paid for by a company. However, it is a little hard for him to trust humans. Oh, he's talking about his brother. Is there anything for me to do? Enjoy the forest metropolis while you await the messenger's return. Oh, okay, that's it. It was just a really cool, like, I was like, oh, I like this. I loved the music and the details. Like, so there's two factions in that ad, and whenever it would follow, so I think it was supposed to be like either the US versus Germany or something. Whenever it would switch sides, the lyrics would switch language, which I thought was just above and beyond for an ad for a mobile game.
What?
Hero of the Elves, that's gotta be me. I asked. I would like legit though, if like I played a Radiata game and like Jack was all grown up and you were playing someone else, man, I would cry. Also, if I found out that there was like, I think I have to look it up again because I remember looking this up a long time ago, but I just could not find anything with translation. If there was an anime or not, or if there was a movie for Radiata, I would buy that in a heartbeat. All of it, just all of it. I would buy it. And I have done this before. I still need to buy Card Captor, but it's so expensive, mostly because I think it's kind of rare. Uh-oh.
What happened?
Uh-oh.
Oh, orcs. Red ones.
Uh-oh.
2 of them.
Orcs.
What?
Great.
They got Hap.
Oh, good.
Red orc?
Oh, no.
Yes, he also said that they captured.
Yeah, it was a live-action trailer. Nah.
My brother must have sent him in response to your request.
It was the details of the filming.
Orcs were red. They must be blood orcs.
Oh, boy.
They are dangerous beasts. They live only for murder and bloodshed.
We gotta do something fast. If we don't, they're gonna kill Hap.
We mustn't let that happen. Let's go, everyone.
We're not prepared to take on blood
You
orcs.
aren't thinking of taking on blood orcs, are you?
Oh, God.
We cannot allow the captured light elf to be murdered.
All right, Captain. Now you're talking.
Jack, you're an idiot. We're gonna die.
Where did this happen?
It all happened in Wind Valley.
I will take you there.
Yes, sir.
Oh, boy.
Finally get to take on some orcs.
Oh, this is gonna go badly.
What? Do you have any idea how strong orcs can be?
Even Genius is scared.
Of course I do.
That's scary. No, you don't.
Opponent, the better I can show off my skill.
Oh, my God. He's an idiot.
Look,
I wouldn't talk to him too much if I were you. Idiocy is contagious.
Come on, everyone. Let's move out.
Even Genius is afraid. Genius, like, sniffs his own farts, okay? Like, you know, Jack is gonna be killed. Oh, boy. I love kick. I love how everything is kicking. Oh, boy. Oh, God. Oh, my God. I forgot they have friggin' Rockstar glasses. I forgot.
It's Wolf. It looks very angry.
Oh, no.
Captain, I don't know about this. Are you sure we could take it?
No.
yes, the girl's right. Let's go home, okay?
Oh, boy.
Far out.
Look at it. It's got...
Way far out. Blood orcs look even tougher than I thought. If I fight this guy and beat him, I'm going to be the best.
Oh, my God, Jack, no.
How stupid can he get?
But he does not lack for courage. Perhaps he was.
Don't encourage this. No, don't encourage this, Gans.
Too much credit.
Yeah, please don't. No, boy.
What is?
Don't blood orcs usually live in the southern region?
Shouldn't you two jump in? This is your time.
All the way up here.
This is your time to jump in. Does it? Oh my God, it has a spike down there. It has a spike. It has a spike. We're, oh boy.
This is bad. Leonard, we have to help them.
Yeah, this is your time. This is your time to shine. Oh boy. Uh-oh.
Leonard, what are you doing? This is no time to nap.
Oh God. Oh my God. There were two. They did say there were two.
This is really bad.
Oh God. We don't have backup.
Okay, check it out. Here he comes.
Oh my God, Jack.
Come and get it, big guy.
Oh,
You really
no.
think you're ready to face Jack Russell?
Oh no. Jack, shut up. Alright guys, I hope you're ready for this, cause look. Oh. Maybe we can beat it. Maybe we can beat it. You know what? I'm not doing bad damage. Like, this isn't the worst damage I've ever done. You know, like, this could be worse. Oh God. Oh God. Okay. No, I think, okay, we can beat this. We can beat this. We can do something about this. This is not a fight that I'm supposed to lose. But this is, oh God. Alright, sir. Oh, okay. There we go.
Damn it. This guy's tough. Real tough.
He's a blood orc. Uh-oh. Oh no.
Lady Ridley! Jack, you must stay in formation!
We have a formation?
But sir,
Do you want us all to die?
Oh boy.
Lord Nogueira, stay back! It's too dangerous!
This is an elf problem. We will not allow ourselves to become indebted to humans.
Oh boy.
All I need is time. Give me time, and I will finish this orb.
Okay, we can probably do that. Oh god, Ridley. Ridley got thumped. We don't have Ridley. Oh, for heaven's sake. Could you quit that move? That move is very annoying, sir. Just smack it. Just smack it. I have beaten it twice. I can never do the non-Ridley choice. I can only do the Ridley choice. No! I refuse! No! Dang it. Okay, cool. We're good.
Get back!
Where were you like 5 minutes ago before Ridley got smacked?
Dead? Extraordinary.
Yeah, that's a bit scary. Just one
what
hit.
about Ridley?
Yeah, go get her! Did you learn your lesson, Jack?
Ridley, look at her face. She's as white as a sheet.
Don't move her.
Captain, what should we do? Ridley's gonna be okay, right?
Aw, he cares. Uh-oh.
No. Come on. She's not gonna die, is she?
Oh
If we do
boy.
nothing, then maybe.
Captain, please! You gotta do something!
Aw. Even Genius is bothered. Oh, wait, Genius is thinking.
What was a blood orc doing way out here?
What was a blood work doing way out here?
I don't believe this. This is bad. Really bad. We have to get back. Find Lord Chasna. Tell him what happened.
Oh boy. They don't look so good. That's Hap.
I should have been watching out for her.
Ridley!
Oh boy. This guy. I prefer Genius to this guy. This
We're
guy.
on the Tall Brigade.
I was on a mission and heard orcs, so I came as fast as I could.
This young girl is in grave danger.
Elves, what are you doing here?
This is their land.
Go back to your lair.
What? Oh, piss off. Cross is very cross.
Damn you! Keep your hands off Ridley!
Oh, I'm gonna punch him.
Lord
I hate him.
Lord Nogueira was the one who saved us.
Oh
Yeah,
god.
You stay out of this.
Jack.
I'm sorry, but with the girl in this state, I cannot help her.
No.
However, there might be a way to save her.
Oh boy.
Whether it will work or not, I cannot say.
Oh boy.
But we
Things are
have
pretty
no
serious.
choice. A transpiritation ritual is their only hope.
Huh? You'll perform a transpiritation on a human?
Transpiritation?
I'm not going to trust you lot in your depraved rituals. Ridley will be cured by human hands.
Ugh. Throw the whole human out.
The girl is doomed. She has only a few moments before her heart stops beating.
Yeah, get out of here. No one asked you.
This trans whatever ritual thingy can save Ridley?
I am not sure. But I do know that if we do nothing, Hap and the girl will die. Now, what will you do?
Beg you for help. Do it. Come on, Gans.
Lord Nogueira, we beg you, please save Lady Ridley.
And get this human out of here.
That's
No.
I'll report you for this.
Fine. Go burn in a ditch.
Big mouth. Why don't you shut it?
Yeah, get him, Jack.
Quiet, all of you. We will begin.
This is all Jack's fault. Absolutely, it's all Jack's fault. Well, I mean, they were pressed to do something, right? Like, Jack is mostly just being an idiot, right? Technically, Jack didn't force the fight. Oh boy. This is so serious. Like, based on of everything that's happened. Their face. Even cross. Throw the man out. Throw the whole man out. This is so serious compared to everything else in the game. Jack's an idiot, but we could technically say that it's not his fault that she got hit. Just, I mean, he probably could have helped her.
I'm fine. I'm just a little tired.
You look a little bit more than a little tired, Nogueira.
Look, Captain, she's getting her color back.
Oh, she's okay.
She's not out of danger yet. You must take her back to your castle at once.
She run right. That's true, right? She was also at
I will return to the city of flowers.
at
I must tell my brother. Hap's body is no more.
oh boy, he's gonna love that. And he's out of here. He's out of here. See you later, Lord Nogueira. Bloop. Just bloop. Flies away.
Let's hurry.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Wait, I'll carry her.
Oh, piss
I
off.
don't need your help. I can carry Ridley just fine.
I am Crosswalk, captain of the Noir Mouton Brigade.
Okay, and suck a
Yeah,
big
so
fat
what?
cucumber.
Ridley, she is my...
Who cares? Ridley and I are in the same brigade. It's written in the Radiata Knights Charter. Knights of the same brigade are as family.
Get him. Yeah, look at him go.
Captain Gant, I think your soldiers need to learn how to show respect to their superiors.
No, absolutely not. You? No.
My apologies, sir.
No, don't you apologize for that, Gans. Genius for once not saying anything. Oh god, Lord Jasna. This is bad. Oh god.
Ridley!
She's okay. She's gonna be fine. Probably.
Why is my Ridley unconscious?
She got sucker punched by a blood orc. Oh boy.
I'm very sorry, sir. There was a blood orc.
It's more than that.
You bring back my Ridley like this, and that's all you can say?
Ridley would be pissed if she saw him like
Jasmine,
this.
we should attend to Ridley
That would- Yeah, I think he is.
Cross, take her to the infirmary.
Thank you, Gontus. Ugh. 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 Throw the whole man out.
We'll be okay.
I
Right?
can't even hide my bias for the sake of hiding, you know,
She'll soon be on her feet.
spoilers.
Master
Just throw the whole
King,
human out.
something wrong?
No, but that Cross fellow, what was he doing in Wind Valley?
Genius
He
is a
was on
genius.
some sort of mission.
What mission? And without his
It's got
brigade?
nothing to do with me. If you'll excuse me.
No, genius.
Thank you for
Stick
your
around and keep asking questions.
Though we didn't get into the
Did you
city
know that
of
Houdini was
flowers,
sucker
I
punched?
did witness the
Was he really?
transmutation ritual. That will be an enormous help to my research.
Well, there we go.
Well, anyway, Lady Ridley was saved
Oh,
from
Lord
Jasmine.
Jasna? I wouldn't be surprised if he was a perv.
Ah, yes. Master Genius, your payment shall be waiting
I just
for
know
you
he's
at the
obsessed
palace
with his
visit.
daughter.
Very well.
Unhealthily, so.
Gentlemen,
Oh, I don't.
I'll
Oh,
give
that's
you
a route
my
I don't want to go.
full
Anyways.
Jack, why don't you get some rest?
Yeah, I'm sure we're going to be just fine.
How can I rest at a time like this?
Well, you must try anyway, Jack. I will see you later.
Ridley, will you be okay?
Probably. Well, there we go, guys. A big turning point. And then it just goes back to the happy music. It's fine. Oh, he's snoozing. That's probably fine. Everything in moderation. There's no point knocking yourself out for work. You know, I get really tired of these endless patrols. Oh god, I'm lost. The whole city to get party members. Oh jeez. I didn't try. Oops. No. Wait. I think that might lead to it, though. I don't remember. Yep, I remember that, too. Employment Center is an underrated development, it would seem. Very much so. I think if I just keep going this way, I'll eventually get... What's this? We have doors like this? A wind-powered elevator. I beg your pardon. Where the bloody hell am I? Where in... How have I gotten here? Monster.com to speak of. That's truly... That's apparent. That's clearly what you actually wanted to say, Gontes. Oh boy. No, I'm not going up. I'm trying to go down, but apparently I'm on the second floor. How am I on this? Where am I? Alright, hang on. We're gonna go this way because I think I know where this is. How is it wind powered? Magic contest. You're asking too many questions. Is this someone's room? This is a room? How? Why? Oh god. I don't really try to get a whole lot of people, or especially early on. Where does this go? Where does anything go? Where am I? Who are these people? Oh my gosh. You know, I was making fun of him earlier. Oh, here we go. I think I finally found it. Okay. I was making fun of him earlier for getting lost, but clearly I was counting my chickens way too early. Also, just as an aside, ooh. I was about to say, I could feel my son kicking, and he like just thumped my womb, and I was like, ooh, that was a very strong kick. So weird to say, like, I could feel my son moving around inside me. He really likes kicking. Thankfully not the sides, like I can feel him just kicking straight out, but like really weird. Sleep, yes. Well, I don't know where Leonard is, but he's probably fine. I'm sure I could find the place. Thank you. It's just like soccer mom. Go. Thank you very much, Etru. We found out recently. We needed some... Why am I saving again? I do not need to be saving again. Hang on. Yeah, I quit that. I could probably find... Hang on, let's see. I'm sure there's a way to find Radiata Stories. Where was she taken? Not hospital. She went to the... Wait. I can't see the... Hell, I can't remember the word. Pregnancy brain. Radiata Stories, you're kicking in the game. He's like Jack. Oh god, he's kicking. He's kicking. When we were at the ultrasound yesterday, god, I can't believe that was yesterday, we literally watched him kick himself in the face, so that was great. He was like all the way up, and his foot was literally like pointed at his face, and he was just like kicking himself in the face, and I was like, oh my god. Yep, that's my son. Hospital wing? Hospital wing. I think that's what I actually want. Hospital wing. Mom, look what I can do. Can I find it? Is that a thing I can find? I just found a character called Morphin. Ooh, he's kicking. He's very kicky. He's like, I want to be a part of this. Am I a part of this yet? Alright, you know, I tried. I don't think this exists. I'm looking for something that doesn't exist. Clearly. Oops, that's the wrong window. This kid trying to learn Olympic Taekwondo right from the go. Emulator didn't like whatever I just did. Oh. Oh, hey Al. Something wrong? Woo! Okay, he really going to town. Not just kicking, but I think he's actually aiming for my bladder. What's his problem? Maybe we should follow Al. Al's got some answers for me, I think. We should name him Jack. No, I couldn't. Jack's not the right name. Where did he go? Where did Al go? Where am I supposed to go? I'm just gonna run indeterminately in this direction. It's fine. Bladder, I got this. Really? Am I going up? Am I going down? I think I'm going up. Am I going all the way up? I think I'm going all the way up. This is a really bizarre feeling. Like, he was, all right, yesterday, there was a really funny point because when they do the ultrasound, they have to press on you in order to, you know, see things. It makes sense. He was not pleased with her administrations, and she was like scanning, and he kicked so hard. I was like, whoa. And she went, I felt that. He's still trying to escape already. Truly. Wouldn't you want to have this? Yeah, I mean, railings would be a really good idea, but, you know, obviously too expensive for this castle. But since yesterday, he's been going to town, so maybe he's upset. He's like, I don't know what you were... Son? He's like really good. He's like trying to tell me, Mother, you require the restroom. Allow me to... Oh, would you... He really... I wish I could explain this feeling. It is so bizarre. That's the weirdest thing. Oh my gosh. I haven't felt him this strongly. Like, literally ever. Like, this is happening on stream, but he is, like, so active. Before this, like, when I was starting to feel him, I was like, this could just be gas. Which, you know, TMI. But when you're pregnant... I think Gontes is OSHA. Oh, well, this isn't where I'm supposed to go. Where did he go? Where did Al go? This castle's now... Oh, my God. Alright, maybe he went down. Maybe I'm insane. My son is having... He's like having a rave in there. To be fair, every single ultrasound that we've been to, he has been incredibly active. Like, every single one of them, he just moves around like nuts. Just goes crazy. And they're like, well, he's very active. Maybe I went into the wrong floor. Oh, God. How deep does this go? You know, as we're talking about him, I think he does. He's like, yes, I'm here. And now he's settled down. He's like, all right, cool. I made my point. Do I need to look up a game guide? I think I remember getting lost on this. Where does this go? Oh, good. Sewers. Why not? He really does. He is a little stinker. He did not. Oops. All right. There went all of my windows. It's fine. He literally, like, he was, we were there. Okay, so the whole point of the OBGYN appointment, this is not the window I wanted. I accidentally minimized all of my windows. The entire point of the appointment was so that they could get, they could do a full body scan. He's gonna be a crib, I bet he'll be a crib climber. But the entire point was to do a full body anatomy scan to make sure that there was nothing wrong and everything was great. He's perfectly average, which, you know, I've never been so happy to hear the word average in my life. But, because in this case, that is a good thing. It means that he's the right size. His head's a little bit big, but the OBGYN said it was, like, nominally bigger. Not like, this is going to destroy your pelvis bigger. But he refused to turn over. So I actually have to go back so they can do another scan for his spine because he refused. She jabbed me like a whole bunch of ways and was trying to like get him to turn, and he refused. He would not budge. He was like rolling all over the place for everything else. But the second she wanted the spine, he was like, nah. And he's done that every single time. When we were trying to find out if he was a boy or a girl, they were like, she had to like almost punch me in the side a bunch of times to get him to move, and he would go tighter. Oh my God. He's exceptional at kicking bladders. Maybe you should put him into soccer. He's gonna make himself a free climbing kit out of toys in the crib. I wouldn't be surprised. All right, cool. Radiata Stories. Where is Al going? Alfred Roberts. That's not who I'm talking about. Alright, yeah, you know, can I just, maybe there's just a walkthrough. I'll just take a walkthrough. He can read minds. Ow. Okay. All right. You know. Okay. I looked up AL, and I've never noticed how many words have the letters AL next to each other until now. Walkthrough, initial. Where was the other one? Alone. Another walkthrough. Walk. Just the word walk. Oh, God. Big-headed before he's really is Jack. I'll name him Russell. That's not a bad name, actually. I don't know anybody named Russell. Do I? Why do I feel like I know somebody named Russell? And why do I feel like I didn't like them? This is the trouble of naming. Alright, let's see. Where am I? What on earth? Oh my god, this is one heck of a guide. Day 2, mission to Earth Valley. They said I should get an air blade. I got a water blade. Oh, Russell Crowe. Hey, he was a great Robin Hood. So, I mean. I can name him Errol or Flynn after the best Robin Hood of all time. Insanity. The dwarf mines. Go back to the dwarf mines, but do not. All monsters will respawn so you can kill them again to gain levels and daggles. Should be level 13 and have more than 2,500. Kick duel the dwarves to kill time until the dawn bay. Alright, you know, wow. They did a whole lot more than we did at the Dwarven City. Hang on. Escort Donovich, we did that. Time stands still. Meeting Genius at the bridge. Arrive at the Metropolis. For Gans. Oh, there was a whole bunch of stuff we could have done there. Well, I didn't do that. There was also apparently a couple of life berries that I could have gotten. And the elf region record, which is actually a travesty. Alright, you know, I'm not even going to look at that because clearly I've missed far too much. Follow Al through 3 sets of double doors to the tower and then down to the stairway. Enter the door at the end to the first floor. Okay, wait. It says follow Al left through 3 sets of double doors to the tower and then down the stairway to the first door. Okay, so I think this is not where I am supposed to be. To the first door? What's the first door? Where am I? What have I done? Alright, look, if we trigger a cutscene, then I've gone to the right place. Ah!
What's that?
Oh, this is important.
I'm a dungeon jailer, damn you!
Uh-oh. That sounds good.
What in the world happened to him? Why is he like this?
Oops. That was my fault.
Check this out.
This is correct. Hang on, I'm sorry. It's gonna flip out because of me. This is my fault.
It was a real handful getting him in there.
Screw you! Let me out of here!
Oh, he seems fine.
What's up?
Master Jack, it's terrible.
Of course Jack wouldn't walk away from angry
All
shouting.
of a sudden he went bonkers and started beating on Putt.
Putt didn't look so good.
No one even touched him when suddenly...
I hate that snooty little nerd! You can never tell what he's plotting!
Yeah, he looks like he's plotting.
Infirmary.
Infirmary, that's the word I wanted.
Jack, you are surprisingly calm.
Hey, Jack's been through a lot in the last 24
For
hours.
high-flying knights like me, this is kid stuff.
You ruined it.
I'm going to the infirmary.
Oh, Al. Al is bothered by nothing. He's secretly the most powerful character.
I'll be darned if I can figure it. I guess you'd have to ask him.
You all need to be taught a lesson. I'm not through with you yet. Let me out of here.
Oh, good.
What is wrong with this guy?
He was always a big yapper, but I ain't never seen him violent like this before.
That seems good.
So why now?
Beats me.
Ooh.
Hey, Patrick, you oversized cement head.
Sorry.
Out of here.
Remove your eardrums, your
He used to
earplugs.
be as meek as a mouse with me, always following me around real quiet like. And you should see how strong he is now.
Okay.
We barely got him into the cell.
Well, this seems normal. He seems fine.
Ready? 'Cause I'm gonna shut that big mouth of yours for good.
Yeah, let's just let him out. He's fine. Cured.
We can't do anything with him. I just don't know what to do.
Leave him in there. Let him out and have a good talk. It's fine.
Stop worrying now.
Dinas. Who's Dinas? Oh, I like him. I don't know why I like him, but I do. I can't remember. You,
You don't know
the spear pointed.
You must be Jack Russell,
Oh, he knows me.
General Dinas of the Royal Radiata Knights.
Oh, hello, General. Bow, Jack.
Wow, the general. So that means
That means you should bow, probably.
That's right. He's the big boss of all the knights.
So bow. I love him. I like his design. He looks friendly. Hey, good job, Jack.
Patrick, open the cell.
Oh boy.
But sir,
This seems like a bad idea.
Oh, goody. So it's going to be the general, is it? I hope you're ready, General.
Oh boy. Reynos doesn't sound okay.
very dangerous, sir.
So's the General.
I know what I'm doing. Open the door.
He's done this before. Ooh, I rhymed. Can I do it some more? No.
The big general's come out to play.
He seems nuts. We should fire him. We should send him out on medical leave.
Unlock the door and get out of the way fast.
Jack, maybe you should move. I'm just saying. Jack actually gets ready. This kid learns oh god. Oh, he just took him out. General's gonna body slap him. He really did. Karate chopped him down to pieces.
He's just been knocked out. We need him alive to conduct our tests.
Oh, good. Tests.
test.
That seems fine.
You mean this isn't the first time someone's gone nuts like this?
Nope. Sure isn't.
Very astute, young man.
Weirdly worded.
This appears to be another case of the plague.
A plague.
We've received numerous reports. of
Great.
the Southern turning violent. We're keeping a close eye on the situation.
I'm sure that's gonna fix it.
The plague? You mean a disease caused this?
Basically. Are we gonna catch it?
Leave the castle, do you understand?
Thanks for telling us, though.
My
A child and a guard. I always think that guard has like a straw sticking out of his mouth, but it's a scar.
I'll be seeing you again, Jack.
But he's just carrying him one-handed.
Sir,
We're just do social experiments with this one, but it's just a prank, bro. That just drags him. I'm scared of him.
whoa. He is way too cool.
Just a bit.
Except for the bald thing.
Oh my god, Jack.
If he heard you say that, he'd knock your head off.
This guy's amused. He's like, I like this kid. This kid has a mouth. Yeah, the problem is the mouth. Oh, okay. I'm just gonna walk in here. Don't lock that door, Patrick. Wow, they give their prisoners radios. It's very trusting. Son has calmed down, by the way. He's no longer doing a tap dance on my bladder. He's hashed out his problems with me. It's like, there, take that. Radio, are you kidding me? Like I said, very trusting. Just give him a radio. Also, wait, was that a whole radio? It just hit me that was a whole radio in this medieval-ish game. That just hit me. Oh my god, that's so funny. Oh, of course. A video game, what do you think in it? Look, this is Radiata Stories. Are we surprised? Alright, apparently there's like a whole quest. Oops. It says don't sell empty bottles. We already sold one. You should be level 17 now with well over 10,000 daggles. Alright, sir. Look. I'm not. Alright, I'm gonna leave this game guide open. So if my face is a little brighter than usual, it's fine. There's a quest here which I didn't know existed, but you know, if I was using a game guide, I probably would. I never explore enough, but mostly because, look, y'all saw how easy it was to get lost in this game. Come on. Okay, cool. Second floor hall. We're supposed to go look for the shop. It did just strike me that that was, in fact, a whole radio. Just chilling in a prisoner's cell in a game that's supposed to be like the Middle Ages. Welcome. You are an acquaintance of Sir Leonard, correct? Huh? Yeah, I am. I knew it. I have seen you around before. Well, we're roommates. And they were roommates. I know it's sudden, but may I ask you a favor? A favor? I want you to tell Sir Leonard that his package has arrived. Okay. I'm not gonna make that joke. Sure. Thank you. Please let him know as soon as you can. I will reward you for this later. I'm counting on you. I mean, I can do that. I don't know where he is. I'm just saying. I guess I should check our room. He doesn't seem to have a lot of friends. Jack. Oh my god, Jack. If we... Alright, one thing I could do. There is a strength berry around here, which will raise my strength. So, you know. I could go get the strength berry, but that requires me to go through the sewers. And I'm lazy. The sewer behind the ladder has a chest at the end. Kick it for a strength berry. I want the strength berry because that will help me quite a lot in murdering things. And murdering things is the name of the game. So we'll just go all the way down. We'll just go down that sewer, I suppose. Why not? This music is very chill. Hey, there we go. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. And I was upset thinking it was going to take time. Can I... Oh, here we go. I was like, can I sort this, please? Am I crazy? Here we go. Hey, nice. All right, cool. I'm outie. As much as I want to fight that thing. I'm good. All right, cool. As much as I want to go down that sewer, I don't. Look, we're not completionists on this channel. We're just here to have a good time. I am pleased. Whatever changes I made to the emulator, they are mostly good. Like, the amount of lagginess that we've had has been very doable. Like not unbearable, which is pretty much all I'm asking for. In fact, it's very, very rare, which is definitely enough. Did I go up too many? No, I didn't. We're good. All right, here's his room. It's midnight, by the way. We're just running around at I keek. Hey, I keek. Keek. Okay, here we go. Hello, Pops. He's not here. Well, Leonard did get his butt handed to him by a blood orc. He's probably also at the infirmary. Hey, do you know where Leonard went? Sir Leonard was seen heading towards Sir Gans's room. The captain's place? I bet he got himself in trouble. Anyway, I should check it out. Of course we should. Why not? Take the tower stairs and enter for scene to the 3rd floor. Oh wait, that's right. Alright, hang on. Actually, we're gonna go back to the tower because I just remembered that the guide is right. That is the faster way to get to Gans. I did do the Hey Yogscast song. Hi, Fruity. That's a throwback. It has been a while since I did that. That was like, what? Oh god, no. It was like 8 years ago, wasn't it? Oh lord. No. Yes? No, because we were just at the basement. Yeah, it's been a hot minute. That's weird. On a nostalgia trip on YouTube, every time I go look at it, I cringe a little bit because it's so slightly out of, well, there's some parts of it that are not so slightly out of tune. I'm better now, I swear. But it's probably one of my favorite things that I've done. One of my favorite memories. I've had some good times with that song. Oh, that's so sweet. Oh, I can't believe, like, it blows my mind when I hear that. Oop, I thought Pops. I mean, Leonard was here, but I guess you guys can read it. That's really sweet. He says, do you need him for something? And Jack says, well, kind of. If you're not in a hurry, how about having a cup of tea? Are we just gonna have a good... well, let's have a good long talk about the future of the Rose Cochon Brigade. Actually, this is urgent. Sorry, Captain. Maybe next time. I have several claims. No, that's too kind. That's too bad. Oh, I remember something Sir Leonard said. I'll turn those new recruits into soldiers. Is he okay? He's just fine? Sorry, I don't mean to, like, skip over. Like, we just went straight. Oh, the Tyranno Builder videos were unexpected. I did not even... Like, I was like, neat. I'm going to make some cute tutorials for basically just me. And then, like, all of a sudden... It's a super powerful song for me because those videos were my entire childhood. That's so sweet. I can't, it blows my mind. Like, I can't explain, you know, like, I remember watching the Yogscast videos. Like, I stumbled across, oh, my son just kicked. He's like, excuse me, madam, mother, you haven't talked about me in a while. Where am I going? Oh God, it wants me to go back to there's a training room. Oh boy. We're going all over the place, ain't we? I'm glad I have this guide because I would never have found this. I would have given up on this quest. But yeah, no, that blows my mind. It really does. Like, I never expected that when I wrote it, but I mean, I watched Shadow of Israfel too, basically from the beginning, and I sometimes still go back and watch it because those first videos, especially when they had no idea what was going on, oh man, you can't make that up anymore. Just sorry, my attention is like, I should do a concert live stream. No, I don't have the right mic set up for that. I'd blow it out. I've tried doing recordings before with like a mic like this, and it blows out really bad. So unfortunately it wouldn't be good. It's also been a while. I'm a bit rusty. I can sing. Sort of. I think my first experience with Minecraft was the desert survival from way back. Oh man, I miss those days. Like, I still do long Let's Plays, like, mostly because, like, even though I do love editing things, I love doing it once in a while. Like, I like doing montages every once in a while if I feel I have good content for it. But I really love long play Let's Plays. Like, I still mostly watch channels like Cranks TV, who does very little editing, and she uploads like 3-hour videos. I watch them all the way through. I'm that I'm that audience member. So I miss those days. Where am I going? It says head for the training room. There's a training room? No, that's my room. No, it isn't. What? But yeah, that was really sweet of you, and I appreciate that very much. I didn't expect it, but I am beyond happy that that's what it was for folks, because, you know, I love that I was able to give people a very happy experience. It was all very funny to me. Where in the diddly-doo am I? Is this it? This bloody castle. It just says, take the tower stairs back to B1 and head for the training room. There's a training room? Where am I? Where in the Sam Hill am I? Shadow of Israfel was just, oh, here's a locker room. Hey, oh, it's locked. We have to be close, right? My attention span is very short. I'm so sorry you're dealing with me just like attention split straight down the middle and all every which way. Oh, this is very claustrophobic. I do need a map. Is there a map? Is that a cup of coffee? How long has that been there? Is this another waiting room? It's locked. Okay. I'm just gonna assume that all of those are waiting rooms. Imagine they're not. Where in the Sam Hill? Nope. I don't know where this is. Oh, this is a Colosseum passage. Have I stumbled across something? Do you have some complaint about my refereeing? No? Good. Glad to hear it.
Yes.
Do you like these clothes? I think of them. Who is this guy? Judging is not just a skill of the eye or the mind. It requires a heartfelt appreciation. They're, aw, I should. I haven't. I know that every time I look at those views, I'm like, what? That's weird. I, like, sometimes, there have been rare, because I don't really talk about it much, because it feels so odd to me, and I don't like roasting. But, like, I've brought it up sometimes, and people are like, oh, like, what's the coolest thing you've ever done? And I'm like, well, there's a video of me singing on YouTube, and it's got, like, in the past, it's like 6 million views. And they're like, no, you're lying. And I'm like, dead serious. And I'll pull it up, and I'm like, well, please don't listen to it. It's, I'm better, I swear. This is, look, it's the nostalgia, okay? But yeah, that's, I can't get over that. I can't get over that, like, and the weird one is I've actually found people who are saying that they're me. That's weird. And, oh, I found it. I say, you're lying. You can bet money. And I heard Leonard was here. He got frustrated with us and went to find Lady Natalie. What? Now I have to go find her? That's very sweet. Can't he sit still for 2 seconds? Jeez, he's like a little kid. It's really bizarre. Like, every 2, yeah, actually, yeah, just dive in. Just write a goofy song for something that you love to the mildly similar tune of All You Wanted by Michelle Branch, except dumbed down because you can't actually do most of it. Okay, we're gonna head all the way back. But yeah, it's so funny to me. Oh yeah, like, oh, I was saying, people, like, literally, I came across an account that was saying that they were the ones who sung the song. Weirdest moment of my life. I was like, surely I am not, the song is not that, surely. And someone, okay, so you know how it says it's by Kit Fox Pup? Well, Kit Fox Pup was my account on the Yogscast website way back in the day on the forum. Okay, let's go down memory lane. Way back in the day when I used to moderate for the Yogscast, I was a moderator on their forums, and I was one of the, okay, I have seen, first of all, let's go down real memory lane with moderators. I've seen some things between moderators. Like, there's been some drama. I was the moderator that no one really knew because I felt like if I was to really keep the peace, then I couldn't really, like, interact. Or I was just kind of shy, too. What will be the first YouTube video of yours you show your son? I don't know. That's going to be so weird. I liked that forum. It was fun. Yeah, when I was the forum moderator, I was a quiet one. I didn't really talk to people. I was kind of shy. Some of the other moderators, though, got a very big power trip. That's all I'll say. I don't remember their usernames, and I'm not going to throw people under the bus. That's mean. But, like, and also, all of us were not paid. And, you know, a lot of us were quite young. I was out of high school, so, but I was, like, in early college. So, you know. Oh, no, no one is going to see the Overwatch rant video. That thing's private, and it's going to stay private. That thing was a mistake. But, yeah, I used to go on the Minecraft server and play with some of the other moderators, like Tin Man and Piva and Minty, which I think some of those names are not... There's been some drama since then, but, you know, this was back in the day. And, yeah, I used to play Minecraft with them. And I remember us trying to see whose computer would break first and doing TNT cannons. And then of course, just a whole bunch of craziness. Like, there was the bit where Notch came out and said that the Yogscast had apparently been really awful during the Minecon, the very first Minecon. But the Yogscast were on a plane at the time, so they couldn't defend themselves, which was really scummy. And also, Notch did this on Twitter. Notch... you know, I've got some biases because he created a whole lot of hell for me, okay? But, like, so Yogscast were on a plane, and Notch comes on Twitter and was, like, just absolutely going to town on them. I was on the forum when the storm hit. It was just... One minute you're just kind of chilling there, and I was like, all right, you know, work's coming up pretty soon. You know, it's a slow day, and all of a sudden... Boom, there's 50 threads, and I'm like, what just happened? And all of them are stuff like, can't believe you do this, ban me, I want to be banned. Me and Minty are freaking out. Tin Man comes on and he's like, what's happening? Minty's like, I have no idea. We're closing threads, but they're opening faster than we can close them. We're like, what's happening? Just, you know, keep going. Like, we don't know what the truth is. And, like, Minty's like, oh my god, Notch is freaking out on Twitter about the Yogscast. Everyone's coming here to storm them. We have accounts being created every 5 seconds. We're like, can we lock that? And she's like, I don't have the permissions. So we're just going nuts. We're going crazy. We're banning people. Normally, we had a rule where people have a 3-strike thing. But in this situation, we had to throw that out. We were just ban hammering left and right because we didn't have time. People were creating accounts, burner accounts, and so we had to IP ban people because we had, I think if I remember correctly, we had 2 types of ban. We had an IP ban and a soft ban, which means they could create another account. They just lost that one. It was kind of like a warning ban, which would still suck because you lost your history of being a moderator, or not a moderator, but being a user or anything. And so now that we know Notch is a garbage human being, everything he did, yeah. He's a bit crazy now. But, yeah, and then so, like, the Yogscast got off their plane, opened up their phones, and it's just a storm. They were like, what's happening? So they released a statement, and they were like, we have no idea what Notch is talking about. Like, none of this ever happened. So eventually, obviously, it came out that, like, Notch had talked to one of the crew members, and that crew member, for some reason, didn't like the Yogscast, so he made up a bunch of stuff about them. Notch admitted this. If I remember correctly. I'm stating all of this by memory, not like by people who have like put stuff online. Notch says some crazy things now. He's kind of like a tin hat kind of guy, like a tinfoil hat. But like I remember, yeah, what else? Where was I going with this? Oh, I was saying why it says by Kit Fox Pup, because that was my username. This was a really long way to tell you guys that the username KitFoxPup is taken on YouTube because it was immediately taken after that video came out because I was Darkovica. I didn't have a KitFoxPup account. So that's that's that. Tinfoil nut. Anti-Semite. Yeah, he crazy. He crazy. But so good times. But I've had some memories with Minecraft, man. I've had some experiences. Good times. And then of course there were a couple times where I got to meet Lewis. I've never spoken, I haven't spoken to many of them. I've spoken to Hannah, very sweet. Lewis, I was very awkward with, so 10 out of 10, top tier. I'm not good at talking to people online. I'm horribly awkward unless they can see my face and hear my voice. I've proven this. If he remembers me, he just remembers an awkward. But Hannah was super sweet. And I didn't get to meet Simon, but they were all incredibly nice people. Very nice people. Just so nice. You met Lewis at Comic-Con? He signed your keyboard? That's so great. He's a nice dude. Like, he was really nice. Just awesome. Awesome. Where am I? Am I on the right floor? Who knows? But yeah, they're great people. Great people. Oh, this is the wrong door. I think I was supposed to go up one more floor. Because this is supposed to be Gan's room. I was supposed to go up one more floor. 10 out of 10. But there you go. Those are my memories. And I love them. What a great time. I've had some instances. One of my favorite memories, which is kind of silly, was while I was a moderator. Someone tried to make up stuff about me. And I was genuinely concerned because I was not really so the person who tried to make up stuff about me was relatively popular with the users of the Yogscast forum. And they were someone who would like sit in the forums and RP and stuff and do all sorts of stuff. And I was a quieter moderator. I would come in and politely warn people if they were doing stuff. And I took my job very seriously. I was like, you know, I need to be there for the people. I need to only come in when it's a problem, and I need to be very gentle. So I took that very seriously. And it's good to, oh, it is. I'm still sub to them because every now and then I love their content. Oh, it's you. What do you want? I heard Leonard was here. He just left. He asked me to be his sparring partner. I'm too busy right now, though, so I sent him off. Are you guys okay? He left looking awfully discouraged. Ha! Can't get the ladies, huh? What? Nothing. So, do you know where he went? I have no idea. Okay. Where did he go? What's he doing wandering around the castle? I'm starting to feel like a doofus chasing after him like this. Maybe I'll just give up. We're gonna keep looking, Jack. I'll find him if it's the last thing I do. Where would Leonard go if he had a broken heart? I bet he's in our room crying over his rejection. Maybe I should head back. I watched some of their yeah, it's still so funny. The automated gun turret kind of mod. Oh god. The more complicated mods, I've tried to get into them, but you really got to know everything that mod does. So I mostly just like to watch them because they already know what they do and I don't have to research anything. But, oh yeah, okay, so someone tried to start drama about me because they didn't like me for a very specific reason that doesn't matter anymore. Where am I? Yeah. And basically, long story short, I really thought that people were going to side with her because she was the more popular moderator. Like, she was the one who would hang out with people. But a lot of users came out and were like, no, this is one of the most fair moderators. Like, she might be quiet, but she's always really friendly and really professional, and she'll hear out every side. And I was just like, you all know me? This was before the song came out, so I was a nobody in the community. But, like, it was very touching, and I was just like, oh! Oh, I'm still like emotional about it. Of course I'm pregnant, so of course I'm emotional about it. I know, it was stupid. It was stupid. It was such high school drama, but I think she was younger than me, so I mean it made sense. But it was dumb. I think it was over a guy. It was dumb. Hey, broken-hearted Pops. Oh my god, Jack. Are you talking to me? Found at last. Hey, I ain't some kind of rare monster. I've been looking for you everywhere. Why can't you stay in one place? Do you expect me to stay in our room 24 hours a day? It was really nice to get noticed for that. What did you mean about a broken heart? Don't point at me. Well, you asked Natalie to be your partner and she totally shot you down. I wasn't shot down. She was just too busy to train with me. She's busy a lot. What do you want with me anyway? Oh my god. Huh? What was it again? Were you looking just to make fun of me? Ah, I remember now. Jeez, calm down. You don't have to yell. Teresa from the supply store says your package has arrived. Ah, I completely forgot. You don't have to yell. Did you see the package? No. Why do you ask? What is it? Nothing. Forget about it. Tell her I'll come by later to pick it up. Okay. And no peeking at it under any circumstances. Yes, sir. But now that you've brought it up, I just have to look. This stream, we went from vaccines to gardening to kids to old videos to mod war stories for fandoms. Thank you very much. This is a token of my appreciation. Yeah. So what's in the package anyway? This, a bracelet, and a card to my darling Natalie. He asked me to put the card in with the bracelet. Wow, he's quite the romantic. I never would have guessed. But I don't think this will make her like him any better. Is she that hard to please? Not really. It just isn't her style. She doesn't like flashy stuff. How do we know that? Poor Sir Leonard. How do I know this? Oh, she sneezed. Because we were talking about her. Yeah, I have good streams where we talk about extremely serious stuff. Like, thank you very much for coming by, Fruity. I appreciate it. And I appreciate the stuff you said. It was very, very sweet. It was a good walk down memory lane. And have a good evening. I haven't missed anything, have I? No. Oh, and thank you for the follow. I don't have my notifications set up. I really need to eventually fix that. Okay. Where am I going now? Oh. It says stock up on healing items if you need it, but like I need it. That didn't sound cocky at all. That didn't sound like I'm gonna eat my words. Alright. Oh my god, I keep going into this room. It's not this room. It's a very interesting stream. Just felt like, you know, whatever. Why not? Let's save. We'll sleep. I think this is going to activate a cutscene. We'll watch that cutscene and then I'll head out for the night. I keep doing that. Excuse me. I'm the farmer type of mod person for Minecraft, by the way. Like, I always am looking for very intense mods. Or I just play on the Switch where I don't have mods and I don't have to worry about it. Oh boy, what's happening? Lord Jasne. And this guy. Oh, this is the suspicious guy.
Calm? How do I stay calm? My Ridley, my precious Ridley.
Oh, he's suspicious. He's definitely suspicious.
Those filthy orcs. I won't let them get away with this. I've been working my fingers to the bone, trying to encourage friendship and trade with the non-humans.
Okay, we can't blame all of them for the orcs. Alright, Jasna.
Dwarves than it's orcs. Fairy creatures grow more insolent by the day.
Uh-oh.
All because
Can't say it was boring.
my hand out to them. They need to be taught a lesson.
Uh-oh.
I completely understand.
Made for kids called An Pan Men.
No one can question the enormous contribution you have made to the building of peace between the races.
Uh-oh.
But that is why we should not let a moment of passion undo all that you have done.
This is closer than I ever wanted to get to Jasna.
Fine, fine. Just forget about the non-humans for now. But I won't forget my Ridley was placed in such terrible danger.
Yeah, okay,
I
but
was supposed to watch over them. She shouldn't have allowed this to happen.
Natalie almost got killed.
Responsibility ultimately lies with Jance.
Oh no.
That incompetent fool.
Who you call? You know, I'm not gonna go there.
If I may make a suggestion, my lord, perhaps Ridley should be given her own brigade.
Make Ridley a
That is basically Jasna.
Yes, then you can assign only the best, most trustworthy knights to her command.
Great. I'm sure she'll love that.
Far safer for her than continuing to serve in the Rose Cochon brigade.
Oh, that's great.
Brilliant, Lucian. Of course, a magnificent idea.
What's his
But there's
game?
just one thing missing from your plan.
What's that, sir?
It does nothing to make me feel better about what happened. What about those infernal halfwits in the Rose Cochon? It was their fault that my Ridley was hurt.
I'm sure she'll love
Why
this.
don't you have Captain Guntz and the young trainee discharged from the knights?
Jeez, Lucian.
You think so too? Of course. They couldn't expect to get away with anything less.
Oh my god.
But wait. There's still a problem.
This man is way too obsessive.
Locks. never agree to it.
Let me look into that. I'm sure there are a number of suitable pretexts we can employ.
What is Lucian's game?
Lord Jasny, what are you saying?
Forgive me, Lord Larks, but you are cruel to make me repeat this when it pains me so much.
Oh, I'm so sure. I forget. You know what?
Well,
I've wronged Larks.
Cochon Brigade must be disbanded.
He's not the suspicious
I
one.
want Ridley reassigned and made captain of a new brigade. As for Captain Gantz and the trainee Jack, they are to be dismissed at once. Is that clear enough?
I've wronged Larks.
I'm sorry,
The suspicious one is Lucian.
But the knights are under my command. By intervening, you are overstepping the bounds of your authority.
Get him! Get him, Larks!
Overstepping my authority? I am the Lord Chamberlain. I have the right to offer advice as I see fit.
I have received Gantz's report. I can find no fault in his judgment. With what crime would you charge them?
Oh boy.
They did all that they could to protect Ridley. Surely you realize that, Lord Jasny.
Everything they could? Is that supposed to be some kind of joke?
I'm sure Ridley would love
Did
this.
Gantz fail in his duty? He put his entire command in grave danger. I also understand that the young trainee Jack has been insubordinate to his superiors.
Uh-oh.
The two of them have besmirched the honor, dignity, and trust of the glorious Radiata Knights. It grieves me deeply.
Oh yeah, I'm sure. I'm so
If
sure.
you were truly grieved, you would give them a chance to restore that honor.
Thank you, Larks.
To impose such severe punishment for a single mistake is unprecedented. Gantz is the son of Sir Gawain. Jack is the son of Sir Cairn. Those men were two of our finest knights. We cannot simply wipe out their names with a single gesture.
Yeah, not even for you,
Larks,
Jasna.
I did not realize you were so old-fashioned. Knights cannot ride on the coattails of their parents.
Oh boy.
I did not expect to hear that from you.
Ooh.
Is there a problem?
Considering
In any case, I
his
refuse.
position is only because he
You are
married
aware,
into it, I
of course,
believe.
that the dismissal of the knights in question is mandated by the Knights' Charter.
Uh-oh.
Now, who was it who wrote the charter? Can you help me out here, Larks?
I
Oh, of course, I am sorry.
Uh-oh.
I'm afraid that my memory just isn't what it used to be.
Who is this Lucian?
So, Larks, do you really intend to waive the punishment that you yourself laid down in that document?
Very well, Lord Jasny. I will see to it that the Rose Cochon Brigade is disbanded as you have requested.
Requested.
I'll let you draw up the orders. I'm sure you want to inform the brigade yourself.
Oh yeah. So sure.
Of course.
Poor Larks. I'm sure Ridley's gonna be thrilled. Like, this is definitely not her her operandus modem. Like, she's a very proud character. Okay, well, I think we're gonna have to leave it off there. It's about that time, ladies and gentlemen. We have been streaming for quite a long while. We'll have to see what happens tomorrow and how Jack takes this. All he's ever wanted was to be a knight. And they're both the sons of exceptionally famous knights. Gans is probably exactly the same. He's always wanted to be a knight. It's going to be pretty rough for both of them, I think. But you know what? We'll find out tomorrow. All right. I really appreciate you guys so much for hanging out with me and spending your evening here and, you know, some hours hanging out with me. I appreciate all of you very, very, very much. And I will see you guys tomorrow. I hope you have a good evening and a good day tomorrow. And yeah, see you guys later. Bye.